to share this little thing that I made to overcome a problem with shooting on GoPro. I wanted to get some footage with my kids trick-or-treating, and very quickly realized that to carry the light and all these other pieces became problematic because I only have 2 hands and 3 kids. So I wanted to kind of show you this little thing that I put together at about an hour of build time and engineering here. So first let me show you all of the GoPro parts that I had to carry. Alright, so under typical circumstances I have to carry the GoPro and my phone. So it's a phone and a GoPro on each hand, and then when you add the light, you encounter a deal where it's USB powered, so you need a USB power supply, and then your phone dies. So I got this little 3-port hub, and then next thing you know, you got all this schmegma you're trying to juggle in your hands. So here's what I came up with. Some dimensional pine, 1x6, you have dowels. There's another piece of that dimensional pine cut out with a notch. You'll see why in a second. I got a little harder wood. You'll see why those are there in a second. And then what's turning out to be like my favorite piece of engineering is these slide in. This one's for iPhone. So let's go ahead and start putting this thing together, and I'll start with right here. iPhone in hand, just slides right in. Tolerances are pretty tight. There's a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of play, but not much. Notice I left this side open so you could plug the phone in. Yeah, that's one of the issues that I keep bumping into here with dying battery when I'm trying to do GoPro stuff. So that's one. Alright, step 2 is this power supply here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it right in there like so. The next thing that goes in is this hub, like so. Plugs into the power supply. Okay, so that little notch there comes in handy with this light, and I'm not going to be able to mount it with one hand here and the other hand holding the iPad. And then there's a hole here for the GoPro mount. Alright, so here it is with the GoPro in and on. You see I left this side open, this side closed, so it retains the battery supply, and then I have ample room to plug in. There's 3. The light is not on right now so that you can actually see how it's mounting. It seemed to work out pretty good. There's one more thing, and that's I didn't want to have to take my hand off of the phone, or my hand off of the stick there to touch the phone. So I added this GoPro remote, and I have the little mounting apparatus from China Freight there. So let me throw that on, and we'll plug the light in and we'll check it out. Alright, you can see the GoPro mount is the selfie stick mount, and it goes on pretty good. That way it's my thumb's easy access. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this thing here, pick it up. This is at arm's length. Got my thumb on the trigger. It's pretty lightweight, I'd have to say. Now you notice there's this camera slipping problem when I tilt. So there's a hole drilled for a little screw I'm going to stick in there. Alright, so there's the LED light next to a fluorescent tube. You can see it's pretty darn bright. Color temperature is different, of course. Let's go ahead and get off axis there. Yeah, it puts out, it's a fair amount of lumens considering what it is. If I wanted to get deeper into lighting, I suppose I could mount to these sticks, have more room for that, or even float something above here. Maybe like a big ring would be really cool to do, or like a big rectangular box ring could do some cool stuff to people's reflections in their eyeballs. But anyways, yeah, that's that. Should probably mention, I did take this out tonight for a fair amount of trick-or-treating, and ran the power supply the entire time, and it only ate up half the battery in maybe an hour. I'd say 50 minutes to an hour of time. Yeah, so that's that little project. Just wanted to post it up there. just something to think about if you bump into this thing that I do with not having enough hands for all of these little pieces that end up going with GoPro shooting. All right, thank you.